that said that. That's what I'm going with as well. I thought it was dope. I like the interaction between the twins because the way Shamrock talked to Shanks, it seemed like Shamrock cared about his brother. And even when going back to when Loki questioned Shamrock in the first place about who he was, when Shamrock spoke on Shanks, he still didn't sound like he had any distaste for his brother as far as like actual ties. You get what I'm saying? It just sounded like, okay, his brother made the decision. His decision was to live down here with Sean rather than live up there with me. It didn't sound like he was just blatantly hating on his mates. So I don't know what the camaraderie between the two are and is. It would be some more passion-driven thing for Shamrock to want to maybe have an interaction with his brother on the negative, or would it inspire something on the positive? We don't know how tied in people like Dragon play, like if he's ever had an interaction with Shanks ever since God Valley and stuff like that. Does he know of Shamrock? Which I would presume he does, because he was the first person talking about the Holy Knights, and that's when we first got the silhouette of Shamrock in the first place. So there's a lot of interesting tie-ins with the Holy Knight stuff. I do like the aspect that Harold doesn't know what he's doing. I figured this was what was going to come next. The next thing we see with Harold is going to be something very difficult to us. We're not going to really like it, more so to say, but that is what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. And remember, we were talking about it, me, Ree, and Trick. We were talking about it, and it's as far as, would something come up that would make him suspicious of what's going on in the Holy Land? And he got two clues. One was the Shanks interaction. He was Shanks, and it wasn't Pirate Shanks. So he had that interaction and that energy to go off of. And then the second interaction would be when Venus Joro and himself were talking about God. Now he has things that he can question now. So now the connecting piece, like y'all were saying, it's the chapter. I like that. Mm-hmm. It keeps the fluidity going. So I thought that was dope to see. So now we're gonna see what Harold does next, because I imagine if it all led up to his death, then he eventually came full circle and announced or did something in action that allowed it to say, "Hey, this is not. I'm not with y'all," and that probably led into whatever happened in the throne room. But yeah, I do think. What else? The last part of the chapter that really bridged the gap was the Ida and the Estrich. I wondered if there was ever going to be like an Estrich faction, because normally people would have that like this. They felt like, One Piece has these motions where it feels like Game of Thrones at times, and it felt like to me they were doing this whole pushing the royal blood type of thing rather than pushing the other side. And I always wondered how it was going to happen and what happened to Ida, because we never knew what happened to her. So this was a nice little time. And I like how Loki responded, because they told him being arson in the past when they talked about the accursed prince and how he was this and he did that. Now we're finding out some of the stories. Yeah, he was an arson, but he burned the village because they killed his moms. Like, you know what I'm saying? They kind of adds it now. So now
he was being arson before that.
It's even still though, because now all the time he was being arson.
Good context.
There was a reason he did whatever he did at the time. It's not just every time. Oh, I'm just out here causing mischief. He probably had times like that growing up and he's maturing, we can see he's making decisions impulse, but the reasoning is way deeper than what we're learning, than what we've seen in the past before when he was just a child acting. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understood you.
But yeah, besides that, everything going forward, I think this chapter was a solid 8.5. I'm digging it. I'm liking the myths with the. I like that they completely identified that it was not the Florian Triangle monster that Harold was. Because I know if they didn't do that, this Twitter would have been going crazy with this. So
I got a question for the. I got a question for the congregation after Nico.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done with my question for now. I'm done with One Piece.
Yeah, I got 2 things to add on.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until Trick finished.
Reed, did you want to segue into something else before I do this?
You're good.
Or read some comments? I don't know what to
I'm gonna read comments after you go. I'm gonna read comments, then I'm gonna give my take, and then we're gonna go into it. So you're good.
All right, for sure. Nothing major. I was actually just rereading Elbath, of course, before the flashback started, and I was like in 1144, like in the 1140s area, when Loki struck the tree and started that fire. Do y'all think he was specifically trying to stop the children, or that was just a random quirk of an effect where the fire randomly popped up along the path they were walking down? Because the more I look at it and piece it together,
Yeah,
Loki knows that the Holy Knights are here.
Yeah,
and I am under the impression that there's some type of ability with his eyes. His eyes give him some type of all-viewing sight of everything, where he knows what's going on Elbath at all times. So, so when he struck that tree, the kids were already being sent to the other side for me to stop. And then Loki ends up getting up, he strikes the tree, I believe the fire could have started anywhere, because I believe that was the point of him striking the tree. That notion is in directing where he wants the lightning to hit on that tree. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just have to ask that, because if there is an aspect to Loki where he tried to save Elbath on his own, he tried to do it on his own without telling people, because people don't even trust him to begin with. So he always it's likely has this I gotta do it myself mentality type shit. You know what I mean? And I did tell y'all, y'all probably wouldn't believe me. So he gonna go about it his own way. I just wanted to ask that to y'all. Do y'all think, Reed, you would have to start looking from when Loki gets up and strikes the tree into the next 2 chapters? Remember, they had someone say, "Oh, where the kids going? Are they going over there?" And when he looked in that direction, that's where the fire was at. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Elbath is big as shit, bro. Could have let that fire land anywhere. You know what I mean? So I just want to get y'all take on that.
Yeah, you might have Odin sight, but I don't know. I think it's either he just sees, he just has good hockey where because he had already encountered Shamrock and Gunko, knew where they were and sensed it, so he predicts that's something they might do and breaks the branch leading to their where they're at, or he just saw the future in my mind and some Odin sight shit and realized.
Okay.
I Trip, if you're saying that's what you think happened, I agree with you.
Honestly, I do. He was trying to stop the kids from going further, so he put a fire in their path, thinking it would stop. He put a fire in their path, thinking it would that would halt them, but he's dealing with some sinister individuals who's just gonna let the kids burn up regardless. So,
That's why.
That's kind of my take on it. And even he's been telling Hydrogen, you're gonna leave Elbath to be saved by outsiders. That sentiment tells me there's a sense of pride in him being the one to defend his people. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a very interesting thing to put a magnifying glass on.
Yeah, it's tough because I would say to me it presents more of he sensed them, and because he sensed them and knew they're planning something evil, he wanted to stop a path to them, so he put the fire there. Because I would think naturally if he saw them getting kidnapped, he wouldn't put a fire there for them to walk into. But it depends on what he sees when he sees the future. Because if he just sees them being kidnapped, he might think the fire will stop them from going there. But he didn't realize when he saw the future that they were being controlled to go there. Yeah, I mean, there's elements to it.
Maybe. Okay, I could dig it. All right, I'm gonna read a couple comments, and then I'm gonna give my take, and then we'll jump into the full discussion with everybody. Hold on a second. I gotta go up. Anantent says, "Yo, what's up?" Yo guy says, "Hi, what's up?" Oh, Sky Daddy Zozo. Okay, we can. He said, "I don't care what y'all jiggas talking about. Harold is MLK integrated their people into destruction."
Mm.
Nah, come on. I don't know about all this. I don't know nothing you talking about. I don't know nothing you talking about.
No. I give him a respect. Like how Trip said last week, when everyone said the weight of like what it takes to be like a true king and whatnot, because everybody want to be a killmonger, like, oh, I died before I let that happen whatnot. So I respect Harold.
So wait, does that mean he think MLK was like the king of the black people?
That's such a murky. I'm gonna let that one ride.
I don't know. Maybe he realized king's the last name. It's not like a title. Oh man, people.
Shut up, please.
I mean, Harold's not the king of the Giants either, though. To be fair, but he's trying. What he's doing will make him be seen as the face of it. So like, MLK is held up as like the face of black people at that time. You know, so that makes sense. He's not the king of black people though. But I can see the parallel between the two because
I don't know nothing you talking about. I don't know nothing you talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I just heard you speak gibberish. That's all I heard.
I know what he's talking about.
Well, okay, when we think of the civil rights movement, the first person you think of, okay, fine, Malcolm X, that's cool. A lot of people, you can say Malcolm X or you can say Martin Luther King. I'm not saying that he is the leader of black people. I'm saying he is seen as a notable figure. Like Harold would be seen as a notable figure.
No, I definitely.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm not gonna get
There's no disconnect.
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, man. I just want to make sure.
I just want to get you, bro. Like, real dog. Listen, you out.
Yeah. Thank you.
You out.
All right. Ben says, "I wish I was on the."
I think I'll be tripping when I say you.
Yeah, let's go. Dance for Alex.
Yeah.
Dance for Alex.
Oh yeah,
No, with that comment, you deserve to go.
I don't deserve nothing. I'm about done. You can swap me.
Yeah,
I think I'll be picking on that nigga. I think I'll be picking on bro. I'm not.
Man, you be having something with you. I don't know. It's all love.
All right. Ben.
No, nigga, you be saying nonsense, nigga. It might make my ears hurt.
Hold on, Trip. I got you. I agree.
My fault.
All right. Ben says, "I wish I was on the podcast to elaborate on this chapter, and God Valley is set up for Garp to be top 3 smartest in all of One Piece. Dragon, Revolution, Garp, Transformation, Luffy, Liberation." Okay.
You're supposed to end it with sword. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like, dude, Bogart. And then he was like, dude, I didn't have the fit on yet. I was like, no, I recognize you. We met years ago. But yeah, no, he's such a very interesting guy. You guys ever met him?
Jane says government lapdog for real. But I still love the cards.
Facts.
God damn, Jane, why you doing this?
I agree with him.
I don't know. I mean, he's a government lapdog, but like the fact that like some people, like the fact that I've definitely heard people be like, oh well, we should definitely give Shaq, Tiger Fisher's, accomplishments and whatnot. Everything that like God has, everything that Dragon said you can give to God. Like child out of Shaq.
I agree. If you give it Shanks, yeah, give him the card. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really talk too bad about. I've been on my whole take Carton play for a minute now, and like I'll have to defend that man on this kid.
Ben says equating Garp to government lapdog means you're not understanding what Garp is truly doing.
No, when they said government lapdog, they were talking. I think they were talking. Y'all talking about Harold or y'all talking about Garp?
That was James Carter.
That was me and Mello probably talking about Garp.
Well, he was responding to Jane's comment about Garp.
Okay.
Sky Daddy Zozo, this is literally a Mihawk upscale, if anything. Literally anything Shanks related is Mihawk power scaling related. There's no let on the retcon.
If you really want to talk about it, you got to talk about Blackbeard.
You do.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Wait, Ree.
Flashback is up.
Ree.
Yeah.
You said this is like an upscale for Blackbeard?
No. What I initially said was that's a downscale for Blackbeard.
Downscale.
Because but let me tell you what I was saying before Trippin said what he said, because what he said makes a lot of sense. So I gotta change my opinion. But what I was saying when I was reading the chapter is like, okay, if this is truly that Shanks is not like as powerful as Shamrock, then okay, Blackbeard, you really just scarred a guy who just wasn't like that yet. So that's not impressive. So that would have been a downscale for Blackbeard. But if we're saying he's being fully covert, which obviously he's not truly saying he hates being down there, but if he's being covert to the point where I'm hiding my true power, my dad can't even tell that I'm actually probably like that, if not stronger than Shamrock, then okay.
I don't think it's that. I think it's right now. It's like Garland said. He and Shamrock would be complete equals if they had the same seal. Him with no seal is equal to Shamrock's level, but he not equal to Shamrock because he don't have a seal.
That's what I said. I don't think nothing's wrong with the scaling here.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And to be fair, this should be post Blackbeard and Mihawk fight.
The thing.
Yeah.
That's how it's
Also, Shanks grew up with Roger, one of the greatest hockey men in the entire verse. So he got training from probably some of the best people that had hockey.
No, you're right. I agree.
Also, I'm gonna add to that too. What if Shanks also learned how to suppress his hockey, just like how on Elbaf, like what's his name? Gabon was telling Zoro that hey, like your hockey is leaking out. Zoro don't even know that. Even Luffy noticed that. What if Shanks learns how to suppress his hockey at an early age? And because he's so good at it, that's why he's able to, to act like such a perfect potential double agent. During his
I don't even think that's a matter of I don't think that's a matter of a what if. That's not a matter of a what if. Because we've seen him. Like I think Shanks is probably one of the best hockey control individuals in the verse because he has such an immense level of hockey. But there are times where we've seen him pull up to places and people don't even know he's there. Whether you want to say he's observation killing in that moment or just actively suppressing his own hockey, there's a level of control there that's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's very like, goddamn, bro is very proficient with it. You know what I mean? So, I don't think it's a what if. I just want to say that. But I definitely think he is able to suppress his hockey and like elevate it whenever he sees it.
Yeah, I think it's a definite win right now. Right now, Corey Shanks is like a great swordsman, and I think after the like Luffy Sea King incident, that's when he goes on the hockey man transformation. That's when he meets back up with like Ray.
Oh wait, if you're in the stream, make sure that you hit the like button. I have to get used to saying this on replay because I'm new to it. But hit the like button if you're here. And make sure you subscribe to it. In the chat. And like, there's more people here than likes. So make sure you hit the like button. That helps us a lot. Thank you. Okay. Hit the bell too. That's why you're around, Floyd. You're a YouTube guy. Hit the like and the bell, man. Thank you. All right. He said, like I said chapters ago, if God Valley doesn't hit the card creating sword, it's bad writing. We haven't seen that happen to that yet, so
He can create swords in the next 10 years, all right? Like, why does they don't have to be now? What is up with y'all? What is green with y'all, man?
He doesn't have to pick four. I think 4, 5, 3. He just has to go through like a founding member on.
Always theorize that, you know, it's either started with Mark or the inspiration, blah, blah, blah. I think the main thing we need to take away from this, even why that probably sword was even a conversation. save Robin and again, it's someone's presence should not hold that much weight, but God's presence does. And I'm simply saying that to say he don't have to be the one. Robin and Ohara, you know what I mean? Like he went against the orders of he went against the mission. No, there was to be no survivors. Yeah, I can't stomach this. There's gonna be one survivor on my watch. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's someone's presence should not hold that much weight, but God's presence does. And I'm simply saying that to say he don't have to be the one to walk into an office and say, hey, we need to start something called a sword. It could just be a conversation of like, we need people like Garp. And the ones that we can find that are like him need to be put in this faction. I doubt Garp was ever even like called in to be like, hey, we need you to be their leader, or tell them like blah blah blah. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if Garp is just like he recently found out about sword type shit. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the office we get a flashback in the office eating crackers and shit, and fucking Kobe tells him about joining sword, and he's like, sword, the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like that wouldn't surprise me. Meanwhile, it would make sense that there is a faction created off of the idea of what this man represents and continues to represent to the system. You know what I'm saying? Without him directly being involved in it. So that's ultimately where I wanted to go with that.
Yeah, he could simply just inspire shit.
Yeah, I would just say he inspired it, but I'll also say Sword's not a faction that like can go against orders necessarily. That's not why they're there. Like, they're there because they're a faction that can go on the more dangerous missions, like attacking Yonko.
That's not why. No. They've all already turned in their resignation. You understand that, right?
Yeah, they turn in resignation so that way like world government's not liable in case they like get caught or like do something crazy, like it gets them killed. Like they're there. So
don't go over there and do that. Them niggas will go over there and do that. Literally, the Hachidosu situation is turned in. Them going to save Kobe. They're not supposed to. They didn't. No one gave them that order. Now you're playing. They went and did what they wanted.
Dangerous mission that they can go on.
They went and did what they wanted.
They can't just turn in like become a sword member and then start attacking celestial dragons or killing other Marines. They can't do that. They're there because
I didn't say that they can do that. I did not say that they can do that at all.
I'll say this.
I didn't say that's what they can do. I said they can disobey a direct order. Because their resignation has already been turned in.
It depends on what the direct order is. Like, if the direct order is like, let's make sure we like save the.
Now you're playing semantics. The point is they can't.
That's not a direct order.
You're playing semantics right now. The point is that they can disobey a direct order. You're saying it depends on what the order is. I'm saying they can regardless.
During this flashback.
I'm saying
period. I'm not picking on what the order is.
I'll say this because I'm gonna add to the point.
I feel like
I personally, like I said last chapter, think that Sword has already been started. Like I said, I know there's a lot of disagreement with that, but that's fine. I feel like I'll take my W when we see Dragon again, and his card says Commander of Sword. I think he stayed, and I think Sword was started right after that, and he come back. We see Dragon and Garp in the time that they are in right now during this flashback. We'll see Dragon on that timing with him being the commander of Sword. So it's already started. So I feel like me personally, it's already a thing, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm literally selling and putting all my money on that is how it's going to go. And then we'll be able to find out. They had the conversation, they're working together, and Dragon's already on that time.
Together with Bogart. It's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Bogart can be a part of that too. Why not?
Not
all right. Skyday Zozo said, what happened to him climbing the red line? Fisher Tiger.
He did. We just didn't get to see it. It's not that already happened. Like Fisher Tiger was already free. He'd already freed himself, jumped off, and climbed back up by the time he encountered Shanks.
Oh, so those are two different events that fast.
It could be that.
Frees
Back
himself,
up to free more
he
slaves.
jumps down, he jumps down, like he frees himself and jumps down. Then he like thinks about all the people that are there, that are slaves like him. He's like, oh no, I can't just leave them. So he climbs back up the red line. And then like when we see him in this chapter, he's like breaking cages and freeing the other slaves that are there. And then Shanks encounters him and cuts his collar to just like make him more free and give him more mobility, I guess. And he punches Shanks in the face and like grabs his bandage. And like Shanks' eye is leaking. And then like
punch him again. Punch him again. I'd love that. Punch him again. Punch him again. Punch him again. Punch that hole in the face, please. Woo! Best part of the chapter, man. And then when he walked up there and he's like, yo, you know what I'm going. You know what I hate about this motherfucker? This motherfucker has a whole bandage on. And it's acting like, I hate being here, but it's dripped out, has the ladies loving on him. Yo, he total colonizer, bro. That's colonizer and mentality, bro. I don't like it, but I still wear it. It's British Empire. That's British Empire. I'm doing history right now. That's British Empire 101. I'm calling it out right now.
He took 3 claw strikes to the cornea. He's lucky he's not fully blind out that eye.
You go on, but I just wanted to call that out. That's British colonizer 101. Shanks colonizer, red hair colonizer 101. Calling it out.
Dude, I'm not hating hard enough. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. You gotta set your hate up. You gotta set your hate up. You gotta set your hate up, bro. That's
you do.
I'm not gonna lie, the shit Zach got going on is nothing to be proud of or aspire to be like. You might want to just, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, you gotta set your hate up, man.
This ain't reached that level, man. That level
I'm telling you right now.
Straight D1, bro. D1.
A motherfucker should not get you that tight. A motherfucker should not. A fictional character should not get you in this type of a mode. You know what I mean? Like,
Trip, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you, bro.
I'm not doing this with you, sir, in your cup right now, nigga. I'm not doing this shit with, nigga. The fuck?
All right, what's good, Reed? What's good, Reed?
All right.
God.
Hold on, let me go back. Okay, yeah. So we got that. I got a couple more, and then we can get into the conversation. Zah's gonna be mad when we see Joy Boy has red hair. Ooh.
I think I might be done.
Hey yo.
Done.
I might be done. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm done.
I might as well cash out tips now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But y'all, hey, listen, man. You gonna say that, but again, ain't but one person in the story Oda give that grayscale treatment to. Now Shamrock get that same treatment. Just don't be surprised if you know.
It's not Shanks, bro.
Look, let me say something interesting. Remember that panel where Luffy fake go Gear 5 and Egghead because he sees the hologram ice cream shit, and it was like red. It was red. It was red in the anime. In the manga, is the grayscale too.
Bro, I swear to God, if he has red hair, I would be fucking done.
Shanks upscale, baby.
I would be like, the Forgotten Clan is kind of drill.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. With the way Oda likes Shanks, the type of person Shanks is even shown to be, it would not surprise me at all if Joy Boy looked just like the nigga.
It says Oda said it. If he was a character in One Piece, he'd be Shanks. He says the brains of Shanks to everything. Like,
yeah, because he already
called
like him.
Yeah, all that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Zah's case is a lost cause. He's gonna be in this story too.
I promise you. If he dresses if he looks like Shanks, I promise you, I'm going to Japan and I'm punching him in his bad eyes, bro. Because how the fuck do you have laser surgery? Come back and still make him look like Shanks, bro. I promise you, Oda. I'm gonna hit Oda. I'm gonna hit his kid. I'm gonna hit his 2 daughters. I'm gonna hit everybody. Everyone in the Oda family gonna get hit.
That's a dead mission. I put security on Oda already.
No. This is not needed, bro. This is not needed. I get it. You love the character.
This story gotta go.
Reed, you know what? Go on. Tell us how you feel about chapter, because I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Okay. I think that was all the comments for now. All right, man. Look, chapter, man, I go 9 out of 10. And Shanks, man. Shanks is something. I know, I'm sorry, Zod. Just give me a second, man. Shanks is something, man. Like, I
was saying that
I don't know how to feel about him.
Like, honestly, he might just be up there with him.
I don't know how to feel about him. I've been like on the fence.
So I kind of already knew
do I
this
trust
was gonna
Shanks or
happen,
not for a minute?
but
Like just personally,
I'm
in
just
my
not feeling
head.
it. I've
been
been
wondering
really
if I
curious
should
to see
trust him, because
how he actually gets out
everything
of
that
here,
he's done throughout the
like,
story.
gets back down.
And by the way, I
where
actually
does that
kind of
Technically, in the timeline, has already
W.
started.
If you remember, Nika, I feel like I did
That's why the
when we were
comments were
talking
telling
about
you
Shanks
earlier
in the
that
treasure chest,
he's capping.
like many months ago.
That's why
I
Triple
was saying that he might just be
he met Ben.
holy.
I mean,
Like, he might just be up there with him at some point right after Roger dies.
Years ago. And that's before
So I
this
kind of
time.
already knew this was gonna happen,
Because he went deeper
but
in. So
I'm just not feeling it. I'm really curious to see how he actually gets out of here and like gets back down and forms his crew. Like, where does that? When does that start?
Technically, in the timeline has already started doing it before he goes up there. That's why the comments were telling you earlier that he's capping. He's right there. That's why Triple was saying that he's capping right now, because he's already. He met Ben Beck. I mean, he met Yasop.
His reason to believe for me that some of his crew members, if not just Howling Gap, one or two more of them,
so he
might be related to Celestial Blood in them as well.
Already had some of But if you notice, Howling Gab looks like Howling Gab looks like St. Matthew that we saw in Howling Gab that we see in Film Red. You know, he's about to do the thing, and Ben Beckman tells him to chill out. You actually see St. Matthew.
This is where it actually
is doing the same ability too.
Significantly
So it's reason to believe for me that some of his crew members, if not just
but again,
Howling Gab, one or two more of them might be related, might have celestial blood in them as well. He might just be like they might
include him here.
They might be celestial bandits, bro. You feel me? They just a different type of pirate.
Okay, oh my god.
I'm Howling Gab, he might have been someone trying to get God's Knight with him, or like a devoted blade.
I'm gonna elaborate on this. I'm gonna elaborate on this, and this is where it actually gets significantly spiky, because I didn't even really put the Howling Gab thing together. But again, we know that there are people who would. I ain't gonna say we know, but the chances that there are other celestial dragons who are living in the world of One Piece but don't know about their celestial heritage, like bastard childs or like people who actively left. We've seen Doflamingo's dad did it, so that tells me it's not just, this isn't the first time. You know what I mean? So it's probably just in the light of trying to find people who are like him as well, you know, gathered around a bunch of celestial blood that don't fuck with celestial vibes. You know what I'm saying? So Yasop might very well be a bastard celestial. The god Usopp thing might not just be a fucking bro, might actually be Saint Usopp for real. Hey, listen, I don't know anyone else who sat down on a celestial dragon. Bro sat on that nigga. He sat on Saint Roswald. You feel me? He sat on that man. So all I'm saying is,
he met before.
And on top of that, we don't have a last name for Yasop or Usopp. So I think all of those things are just subtle little like, like I'm gonna play with this, you know, in the best way I know how when I can. Because even Ben Beckman, or I guess we know that Beckman is his last name and shit. I don't think Lucky Roo is Lucky Roo's actual name. I think like that's just his nickname. Like they call that fat nigga Lucky. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Usopp and
personally,
Celestial Blood, bro, is still fresh.
I am on board with the fact that Shanks probably gathered other lost celestial children who have no interest to be a celestial dragon, but you know it's in their blood, so they deal with the same internal conflict that he does. So part of their bond, or whatever the case is.
Yeah, based on timeline, if I remember correctly, Shanks has already encountered Yasop on like I would assume is like Usopp's hometown of like Syrup Village, and then like he's already had like this is after he has Uta. Like him and his crew have already met Uta. They've been around. Like they've seen Uta. Is what it is. Like assuming we all think like Uta is like fully canon because like she is like a canon character, but I know some people doubt movie characters.
I'm under the belief that Usopp is a Mont Blanc. If I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there,
I agree with that, Ree.
I don't not like
Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc could be a celestial who left the Holy Land.
Could be.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I just think I would like both of them to be true. That's what I'm saying. I'm not against necessarily where you're going with it. I just think actually wait, no, that's another W actually. No, and I know I had that conversation with you and Nika when I was talking about the Holy Knights and I was talking about the silhouettes of the red-haired crew.
Yeah,
and the people on them. I said that. Can I have my W? Because you tripped.
No, it's not confirmed. No, it's not confirmed. No, it's not confirmed. No, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. Absolutely not.
I got that whole combo.
Absolutely not.
On that timing for so long, bro.
Hey, listen, for the record, shit. Well, but this is what we can talk about. Indirectly, the red hair pirates are devoted godblades. You know what I mean? Indirectly.
I mean,
yeah, bro, for all we know, he left the Holy Land, but never actually stopped being what he was to them. Because as we see with Harold, like you're still free to go, travel the world and shit. It's just forbidden for you to speak on our dealings type shit. You know what I mean? So Shanks very well could still just be that. You know what I'm saying? Just moving differently as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like again, of course, the Sea King took the arm. The Sea King took the arm with the tattoo, right? Yeah. But you would imagine there's other fail safes in place for him. For example, we believe that sword that he is now brandishing in the Holy Land, is the corresponding to his brothers. There may be something there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he might have his brother on speed dial, like, hey, I need an Uber real quick. You feel me? It could be something like that. Who knows? All I'm saying is you aren't saying that Shanks' crew is like some random elite guard squad for the Celestials isn't far-fetched.
Thank you.
It's
That's all I wanted.
I'm just saying the silhouette that we saw was not the red hair pirates.
But in fairness, though, it looked like really close. Like, in fairness,
I dig it. I understand.
So close. What's up, Foolie? You got it, bro.
I just comes to my mind, like hearing everything that we got about Shanks now. I'm just like, oh, him wanting the One Piece. I'm just like, are you going for the One Piece for like the Celestials? Are you their team or whatnot? It's so many things that come across my mind. Like, how much of an op is he? What's his goals for? I'm just starting to fucking buy. But like, it really intrigues my mind because like you are going for the One Piece now, and you know a lot more, especially like being a God Knight, being part of Roger's crew and whatnot. You have touched like on like a lot of depth of the world and whatnot. You have more knowledge than a lot of people can say they have, and you're like, now I want to go for the One Piece. I'm intrigued. Why you want it? I'm intrigued now. I'm very intrigued. At first I thought
for one, fully, Luffy is now a great pirate. You know what I mean? For one, the Luffy has awakened the fruit for it's time. It's about that time. You know what I'm saying? So
and then he I would imagine Shanks is privy to some other information such as prophecies. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like such an amount of time this should be in place, this should happen, boom, boom, boom. Probably why he's even taking the initiative to like, I can't even bring Buggy along on this mission. I gotta go see what parts I could get moving for myself, what parts I could sabotage, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit.
Probably
So
knows about the Void Century too, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah, true. And I'm not gonna lie, like bringing up like prophecies and whatnot, like here like prophecies being brought up a lot like in the past like couple like chapters that we have gotten and whatnot. I really am at a point where I do believe Sage got some type of prophecy. Like he got in a prophecy or what Roger told him was a prophecy or something like that. There's some type of prophecy going on here that Shanks knows about because the way he moves is very like particular. And
Of course, he's the child of prophecy.
That's my next question. I want to ask Mello though. What do you think that Shanks was told from Roger? Why he was crying? What do you think? Now that we've got a little more context on what Shanks did after Roger's death.
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, bro. Like, I don't know. Shanks just like he moves weird, bro. He moves weird. So it's like you can never really like the way Oda writes him is that you can never really like tell like what he's up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he could be trying to like play into this whole like Pirate King situation, but he also could be on the side of the Holy Knights too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it was a little bit of like you're eventually gonna have to go and you're gonna have to go work for the world government in some capacity. Like you're gonna have to go get more information, and we have to wait because there are more things that need to be in place, and you need to get more information to be able to make sure that this actually happens because we were too early. I think there might have been something there like you can't pursue fully, you can't go out and be a pirate. Like you have to go up there and work with the Holy Knights or learn more things about Emu because what we saw in God Valley, it's not making sense. And for us to be able to get for the next person to be able to get the One Piece and unlock it on time, there's things that we need to understand that we don't have the information to. You need to get the information so that you could be that key that helps whoever is coming in the future, 20 years, whoever is coming, so that they can actually unlock the One Piece.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever, it had to be something along those lines. Like you cannot chase your dream of being a pirate. And you gotta fulfill this prophecy. Maybe he doesn't want to be a child of a prophecy, but it's like, no, you gotta do this. Like, this is just what it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? I guess that was my next question for all of you guys. Like, what do you
personally? So I know Shanks asked him like it was on some. Did he find a One Piece? Where we going next? Like, like now what? And I imagine Roger let him know it's coming to an end. And matter of fact, let me tell you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say the moment that we saw, it looked like a brief passing a moment where he saw Roger asking, Roger told him something, like it happened within the span of like 5 minutes or 2 minutes. I think that was like a 30-minute sit down conversation. Like, look here, Shanks. I mean, I'll let you. You know what I mean? So I could not begin to decipher what that conversation was. Again, I know these are pirates, so he's not going to sugarcoat whatever he tells him. He's going to kick the truth to him. But what did all that entail? And why did he tell him after finding the One Piece? So that tells me that part of what he told him is, you know how you think differently after discovering or learning something. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he encountered on Laugh Tale is why he even told Shanks what he told him. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even begin to decipher it, but I do believe it has something to do with the fact that he is, the blood in his veins is the ops. You got op blood in your veins, and until you go make peace with that, you won't be able to truly be yourself. Hence why he didn't went over there to Marie Joie to figure that out.
Do you think that I'm about to go to you, Zah. I just want to do it as a follow up real quick. Do you think the actions that he's taking, like throughout the story, have anything to do with what Roger would have told him that day, outside of
Yes.
him being for Garland? But
Actually, I can't say yes because I believe Shanks is just behaving how he is. Like this is the person he's become because he was raised under Roger. But I don't think that Roger's last words are just echoing in the back of his mind, like I got to do what Captain said type shit. I don't think it's one of those type of things. I think it's more so like, you've been molded into the person that you are now. What will you do with that, with all this power at your disposal? You know what I mean? Like, you're not new to this pirate life. You set sail with us. You're strong, all that shit. But the blood in your veins is the ops, and you know nothing about that. But there's a reason why you are the way you are. So you need to, go figure that out. And Shanks probably just didn't want to hear that. Like, I mean, no kid wants to hear that, playtime is over. You feel me? So.
Right, yeah. I got you. Zah, bro, what were you saying, man? What are you trying to say?
Oh, I know what he told him. He was like, "Yo, you still an op?" And I almost traded your chess piece for a picture of Shaki's feet. So like, bro, get your life together. Go do what you gotta do, but you still a bitch. Like that. I feel like that's what he told him. That's what the tears were there. Cause honestly, I think Roger knows Shanks a hoe. Like he knows he's a hoe. And like he turned out to be a hoe. Like yo,
I can't believe
my bad.
I thought he was about to ask.
My bad. I'm good. That's what I had to say. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. I'm done.
All right. Go for it. What you got, Fully? You trying to say something?
I got questions for Fully, actually.
What's up?
You go outside with them horns on, nigga?
Yeah, I do actually.
Damn. Okay. Never mind. Go crazy.
Yeah, over here be a beast pirate over here, bro.
Yeah, I go outside with them in public and people ask all the time what they mean.
I wouldn't ask you shit, dog.
It's a great conversation starter.
Don't be reverse, bro. Don't rock. Don't be reverse. That's it.
But like my whole thing is like with Shanks, I'm so intrigued by like what did Roger tell him and whatnot, because like the way he moved after Roger told him, I'm still on the whole kick of like I still feel like he's a nepotism ass child and whatnot, but like the way he moves is differently from what I feel and whatnot. So I gotta see how it really does turn out, because the fact that like he was told, but Buggy wasn't told, and Buggy feels so passionately about like, yo, why you want to go after this thing or whatnot? And it's just like I have to know what that means, because it still makes me feel so like negative towards like Shanks / Roger's relationship, in the sense of like I don't mind like the father-son relationship they had and whatnot, but like this other kid was your son too, but he was number 2.
Yeah, what's up, Alex?
Personally, I think it's like he pretty much told him. I personally think he told, like, he gave Shanks and Buggy a chance to know, and Buggy was out on it because he's like, hey, I got like the One Piece right here, some knowledge that can help y'all overthrow the world, like take over the world. And Buggy was like, you mean fight the world? Yeah, fight the world government. No, I'm not with that. Buggy was immediately out. And Shanks was like, yeah, I'm with it still. And then he went ahead and told him, he's like, all right, so basically we're just too early. But you gotta wait until the three weapons come back. So you need all 3 keys.
You already laid it down.
And the reason I think like Shanks just now is saying that now he's going for the One Piece is because like he was always after it, but Shanks knew the 3 keys weren't in play. So Shanks was waiting for Shirahoshi to get born, and he had to wait for Momonosuke to come back. Momonosuke left the timeline, and he's like, all right, I need all 3 of them. So like when he sees Luffy and Wano, he knows the 3 keys are back now. So he's like, okay, now I can go after the One Piece again. And like this whole time, He's just been building up, like waiting.
I swear.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think it solely revolves around the Fat Luffy, a great pirate. Like, yeah, now me and this nigga we get to really see what's what on these seas with one another. You know what I mean? Like, almost in a sense, it echoes a sentiment that Mihawk has for Zoro. I'll hold this title until you come take it. I feel like that's what Shanks is doing in this aspect. Like, okay, now he's a great pirate, so the race for this One Piece for real can be on, and like, you know, we could treasure hunt against each other for this shit as equals instead of, you know, you being a rookie pirate or whatever the case is. But that's what I think it is.
And the
Because
One
again,
Piece gonna help.
This was after Luffy was dubbed the official fourth emperor, like an official emperor type shit. On top of Buggy becoming an emperor, so now it's like, oh, the little homie and my homie then became. Oh yeah, we can go do this. You know, that's what I feel that was like.
Go ahead, Mello.
I would say that maybe the One Piece had some type of like prophecy for Luffy in a sense, to where it said, "Oh yeah, wait till this year. There's going to be another second coming of Joy Boy, I guess, to overthrow the government or some shit." Maybe that's what Roger told Shanks, is that, yo, wait it out for a little bit. There's going to be a second person coming in to, like, you know, overthrow the government and, you know, change everything around. And now that Shanks sees it in real time, and that he really does believe in Luffy, that maybe he's like, maybe this is the guy. You know what I mean?
Well, we got to figure out why Roger gave the hat to Shanks.
Wait, I think Fuji wanted to go too. Right?
Oh, Fuji, please. My bad, bro. I didn't see you.
No worries. Yeah, I was just raising my hand, stretching too. No, I do agree with the possibility of Roger telling Shanks about his actual lineage, and then Shanks find out that Roger was not like the actual father of Shanks, so that's why, you know, like that's why he cried so much. And then in the middle of that conversation, you know, Roger also told Shanks what happened on God Valley and how he found Shanks on God Valley, blah blah, and then of course he told Shanks about a One Piece and said that, hey, like, you know, you had to wait for a certain amount of time, you had to go fight all these, you know, like 3 ancient weapons. So throughout the series, Shanks just had to go back to Marijoa to probably investigate the 3rd ancient weapons, you know, in addition to investigating Emu and some of the secrets. And while doing that, right, Luffy turned into Joy Boy Gear 5 in Wano. Shanks realized that, hey, we got Pluton right there. And then he, you know, he's also found out that Shirahoshi was born. That's the final ancient weapon. So Shanks would say, hey, let's go get the One Piece now, because the timing that Roger has told me is starting to come into place. So yeah, I just want to add to that too. And Reed, you mentioned I think you were the one who mentioned about Rogers opening up to Shanks about Shanks' actual bloodline.
Yeah.
Let's just say that's actually the beginning of my own side story of Shanks and Mihawk, okay? Because you actually touch base on that a little bit too, which is very interesting. And this chapter actually opens up about Fisher Tiger, which I also speculated in my side Shanks story as well. So the fact that this chapter shows that too, I'm like, okay, like I had to tell you guys my side story of Shanks and Mihawk at some point. So probably when the chapter goes on break, you know. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there too.
I can dig it. Were you raising your hand, Strawberry? Were you raising your hand?
No, I was saying 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. All right. I'm gonna say this real quick. We need to figure out why Shanks got the straw hat. To answer, I think somebody said, why not Buggy or something? Buggy obviously was not the successor. Shanks has the straw hat throughout basically the whole time while he's a kid with Roger. He didn't pass it on to him that day when he was crying. He had already had the straw hat. So Roger had already chosen him to be his successor. So that's why I don't think that Buggy was like around the conversation. I don't think that conversation was for Buggy. This was specifically for Shanks, because you're next up. So look, I couldn't get it done. I got this straw hat. I was supposed to get it done. I couldn't get it done. You're next up. This is what you got to do. And yes, you are a celestial, and you're gonna have to go about it a different way. So, you know, I'm about to die. Obviously, he was gonna cry. He was crying obviously because, like, yo, We didn't get it, and I'm about to die. Sucks. But you're a celestial. You're gonna have to figure this thing out.
Pirate cancer.
Yeah, the pirate cancer.
Nah, man.
You have to figure this thing out.
Reed killed me, man. He killed me.
But what if Roger also told Shanks about the national treasure that Roger learned about when he found the One Piece? What do you guys think?
This is all going on nepotism. I found you in a treasure chest. You're my treasured child. I tell you everything.
I mean, but not really though, because he had to still work to get to that level. He had he had a lot of setbacks too. Bro, you lose an arm. That's all willingly, by the way. That's your own setback. And
By
you
choice.
still become by choice, yeah, willingly. You still become one of the strongest people in the show after losing your arm. Like that shows that he still has the grit.
We don't know if his power level really has decreased since losing that arm. Like truly, we have never seen Shanks go all out.
Well, he took down Loki with one arm. I mean, I can go down the feats that he did with one arm.
He jumped
hockey, bro.
They jumped him. They jumped him.
That's like yo Loki. They jumped just straight off the island, bro. That's like saying, "Oh, I beat Luffy." He just gonna go straight off the island. Okay, do that.
He got the Wi-Fi hockey, bro.
Hey, he took on Kaido. He stopped him from getting the Marine for it.
True.
He stopped Kaido because he wanted to tell him about the story about how he lost his arm. No one wants to hear that story anymore. No one wants to hear that story anymore. No one wants to hear Shank's story. No one wants to hear none of that. He was like, hey, you want to hear about the story? All right, you got it, bro. I'm not going to Marine for it. You got it.
If I had the time, I would dive into it. I could really go on, but I can't. Everyone, please. Strawberries. You can start first. Whatever you got. Last final thoughts. And you can wrap up and get out of here.
Okay. My final thoughts. Garp is going to play a very important role. And I say that because Garp right now is paralleling a character in Kindred by Octavia Butler. Just go look up the book. I don't have time to explain the book, but they're paralleling each other right now. You know, she's going through what she's going through, and sometimes when you're put into a position, you don't really realize that you're doing certain things. So, you know, calling him like a lapdog and things like that, to be honest, he probably knows that he's a lapdog, but probably doesn't understand why he's being a lapdog. He just knows that, you know, I still want to change things, but I didn't realize that I was so much of a lapdog to these people. It's very similar to how the main character in Kindred is acting right now. So I just thought I'd throw that out there.
All right, Alex, thoughts?
Yeah, Celestial Dragons gotta get some security. This don't make no sense. My man was out there crying about how his cage is broken, slaves getting out. Not one bodyguard, not no one patrolling the streets, no cameras, no transponder sales. We got to do something about this. This is unheard of. We need security immediately. There's no reason Mary Hoyce is out here looking at this. Long live King Harold and Queen Esther, though.
There's no such thing as overseers in One Piece. Don't do that.
Nika, what's your thoughts, bro?
I said we need security for Mary Hoyce. This don't make no sense. Why are the Celestial Dragons out here living like this? They don't got ring cameras. Like they don't got nothing. This is crazy.
Nika, your thoughts, bro? You're on mute, by the way.
Brown look real old right now.
Dope chapter. Thoughts going forward. Interesting enough, I'm looking at parallels. I think I'm still along the lines of the theory I was telling you about before, Ree. I think Shamrock is going to kidnap or want Nami in some sense, and she's going to parallel Shaki. And I've seen the art with Nami being drawn with the dress, and she has a Shamrock clover on it. Little simple things that Oda has done. Her bounty right now actually means Shamrock's name in the gallery, in the Usopp gallery that Oda does. Shamrock is known as the Storm Premonition. It's the same thing that Nami pretty much does. She predicts storms, and Nami is called the enemy to the four emperors. I still don't know what that entirely implies with her, but there's a lot of stuff going with Shamrock, so the chapter has me looking at it in a lot of different ways right now. Even with the Shamrock stuff being compared with Shanks, like now is his sword a devil fruit weapon? Because Oda put it in the SBS. How does Shanks fight? And we knew he was a swordsman already. So why would you ask the question, how does Shanks fight? And then also mention the name of his sword being Griffin. And we've already seen the hockey visage of Griffin. And it could easily just be that of hockey. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's something from the Holy Land, because we see his twin brother has Cerberus. On top of having Cerberus, I believe Garland's gonna have Typhon, just because it all matches. You know what I'm saying? The whole Hati and Skull and Fenrir thing that matches the theme of the Garland family, while the swords seem to match the Typhon.
You took the other half of that down?
The sons of Typhon being Cerberus and Griffin. So the whole thing seems to be very, very fitting.
I know you're gonna.
You know what I'm saying? So Shamrock upscale.
All right, Trip. Thoughts, bro? Final thoughts?
Man. I'm enjoying the ride, man. This flashback, we probably got 2 more chapters, or 3. 3 if Oda really just want to feed us some more with information and just give us what we want. I can't wait for, because we just saw Harold and Shanks meet each other and didn't really get along, but apparently they did. So I'm waiting on that conversation too. I'm hoping that comes in next chapter. Poor Ida. I would really love to see how her death is going to affect the 2 brothers going forward. I know it's going to tear Harold the fuck up. I know it's going to tell Harold. It's going to ruin Harold. So yeah. Just can't wait till this flashback gets wrapped up and we get back into the thick of things, which is why I was also rereading Elbath, because I'm like, what is actually going on? I'm like, oh, Nightmare Beast. Interesting. But yeah, and something they mentioned was that they're like, oh, thank God, these monsters are just the way the kids imagine them, because if they knew the true extent of these creatures, we'd be in trouble. So, I think that's something to look forward to once we actually get back into the thick of things. But overall, great chapter, man. Glad we're not on break. You feel me? And I'm just ready to get into the conclusion of this entire flashback, so I can understand Loki a lot more as a.
For some reason, the Lakers are losing.
Last but not least, Rayleigh top 5, ain't 4 or 5.
Monday.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if the moon is in retrograde. I don't know what the fuck's going on today.
One banger after another. One banger chapter after another banger chapter.
I didn't know Aaron Gordon was going to be hurt.
9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I do agree with Nika's take on
I did not know
the Vigoland's families having the Norse mythology beast powers in their weapons. It perfectly aligns with Oda's inspiration about Norse mythology.
They won by
eventually, I do want
to. Those are Greek mythology beasts, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, my bad.
I lost $30.
Eventually, I do want to see the possibility of Shamrock losing both of his arms coming true. That is because I was speculating when Shanks and Shamrock being introduced as babies. Shamrock was sucking his left thumb while Shanks has both of his arms up, but Shanks lost the left arm. So my theory is that at the end of the series, Shamrock is gonna lose both of his arms. Just like how just like how you guys see the way they dress in the current timeline. Shamrock dressed all formally, just like how Shanks was dressing when it was a holy night.
Yeah.
And then Shanks was dressing with open buttons, just like how Shamrock dressed when Shamrock was a holy night back in Shanks' younger year. I mean, when Harold was on.
Y'all do stuff. Y'all still the second worst team in the West. I do still.
So yeah, I do want to see that theory coming true. But other than that, I'm looking forward to the next chapter. And yeah, that's all I have.
I can dig it. All right.
You should have put some money.
Mello, the guest of the night, bro.
Like 500.
After your final thoughts, let everyone know where they can find you too while you're at it. I want to make sure they get
if you put $5,
Okay.
you
I'm gonna
like
keep this
500.
pretty short and sweet.
Nobody say
I know we're, Otis blessing us with this flashback, probably pretty close to one of the longest flashbacks he's ever done. And we're getting some heat. But what I'm more interested in is that he's telling Luffy this flashback. So I'm really kind of curious on what Luffy thinks about this entire
I
story.
ain't gonna lie. The
and
payout
how he's going to react to it. Because last time we heard about him is that he was telling Loki to join his crew.
Minimum,
so he might just not take no for an answer after this. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's really all I wanted to say about that. Also, you can find me Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I told MEATY MELO.
I told you. Oh my gosh!
dig it. Awesome.
Yeah, I said for the Nuggets. If you bet on the Nuggets, because they were.
The parallels that
I told you that the X was way higher on the Mavs because they were
about not even parallels. What Shanks is doing now makes me really think about I can't think of the person like Lafitte from Black Risk. It really made me really think about what all Lafitte has going on.
All right, you want to hear the X for they think tomorrow for $5 because they projected to lose tomorrow. So they wanted to work together. They projected to lose most of the games.
There inside to meetings and everything like that. With no trace when I really kind of want to see that scene what Shakes has been able to do in a sense, and we haven't really seen the drip of Shakes spire tree or whatnot.
Come on,
but
Brian.
That the levels of his seeing the levels of what he's been able to do.
Okay.
It makes me intrigued about what Lafitte's been doing and whatnot and everything like that. I'm very intrigued about that. That's one thing. And going off the whole. Yeah, and going off the last thing, going off Nika's thing with the whole Zor, going off the whole sword thing with Garland and everything like that, it makes me think about a cliffhanger that I've been really hoping that Oda really does tackle and handle. Zoro said, "I have a question for." He said, "I have a question."
Is this foreign ass nigga hooping this hard on the Lakers, bro?
For Vegapunk, and we've never gotten the question that he's had for Vegapunk and whatnot. And so I'm hoping that with all the things going on with fruits and swords and everything like that, maybe that's the question that he has. And maybe going back to to bring up the debate that y'all had a couple months ago when I saying that in the Elba, if he ends up getting that, happen to have a fruit or something like that, and he happens to say, "Hey, how do I put this fruit into this sword?" I will be.
Come on, AR.
I'm just.
Kaido won't be back in the flesh though. That'll just be the fruit. So I'm okay with that.
No dice.
I mean, Big Mom got more to come back. Come on.
Okay,
no
good
dice.
shot, Brian. Fuck yeah.
No dice.
No dice. I don't have to be agenda, but all I'm saying is that
that's no,
We'll see.
You can only get one or the other. You either want Zoro have a devil fruit sword or turn his sword black. I think I know what I want. But
contemplating not telling you.
Yeah, Kaido's coming back. Kaido and Big Mom coming back. You're gonna see them both before the end of the Elba.
Talk about it, bro.
Big Mom, Kaido, no.
They gonna come back with Zoro still ain't gonna have a better
gonna come back riding on Kaido's back. She's gonna be riding on Kaido's back.
And Zoro still ain't gonna have a devil sword.
Shit, I'm gonna have to hear her.
That's all I'm saying. Zoro still ain't gonna have no devil fruit sword. Man, big Bushido nigga.
I might tell you.
All bladed.
Za, bro, come on, it's you, man. What you got? And it's off for slander, man. Give him your best slander to end us off. Why not?
Oh, you said give you my best slander. Okay, yes, this is how I want. This is the freedom I deserve. Listen, I need Captain Kidd to come back and be part of the team that takes down that whole red hair chase. And if that happens, my life is complete. Yes, Alex, you agree. If Kidd can come back and take out that whole Shanks, because this chapter made me hate this motherfucker even 10 times more I don't like him. I've never put in my top. He's not even my top 100 One Piece characters. Take that motherfucker out. And a kid doing that, that's great retribution for that motherfucker. Take him out. Take him out the story, bro. Take him out. All you Shanks fans, I'll laugh in y'all fucking face.
Yo, the Shanks actually skyrocketed, man. I swear.
Kid's backstory actually like the reason Kid hates Shanks is because like it's something Shamrock did, or maybe Shanks did as a Holy Knight, but maybe it was like Shamrock just because of like how this backstory is going. But I do think it's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind Kid coming back, taking him out.
You're doing too much.
Okay. On that note, man. All right. Catch y'all next week. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out Mr. Mello on the socials. And yeah, we're out. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna hop in the Discord. I got some more shit to kick. I'm gonna hop in.
I have you unleashed
the
arena. We forge our own fate with our will, with our hands. My champion is a legend. How fares your champion?
InWorld's mission is to bring the power of AI to everyone.
We've been building the infrastructure layer to make that possible, starting in games and now expanding into broader consumer experiences.
In order to do that, we're building an AI runtime optimized to work with NVIDIA GPUs, which are some of the best in class for running intensive AI workloads.
InWorld make on-device capability a reality by forming a very deep collaboration with hardware companies like Razer.
And Razer, being the partner for NVIDIA, has made it possible to efficiently share compute resources among AI workloads to create immersive experiences for gamers.
I'm Kylan Gibbs, CEO at InWorld, and this is Made with Blake.
With Revolut, you can grow your money faster with up to 5.5% APY and send it to over 140 countries for less. Find money freedom with Revolut.
Sad mode. Okay, because Dallas Mavericks is supposed to lose on Wednesday. If you bet $10, you get 28. But the Heat really aren't going to get it with the move. That's good. I guess this is the well, I also didn't. There is a show where celebrities dress up as wow. I was supposed to be Kendrick Lamar. Oh, like, what the fuck? Why do white people love blackface so much? The financially stable? Who am I having fun with? Oh, it super matters. It super duper matters. Pray to God it's you. Oh, thank God. Okay. That's one load off my shoulder. At least I can play with mom. Yeah. It's her job. 3 jobs. Yeah. I think there's a very low probability and women. I truly believe like kids that much stuff. So I think unless you already really just locked in with a person, you're it's doubtful you'll stay together with them long term, let alone add a kid in the mix. So if there are 2, then that's cool. I just we gotta be locked in. At least if it's a I'm fairly comfortable with it. I get it. Well, the biggest I know that stress is just kind of difficult.
This is Azure.
Especially like if I got different ideals and mindsets for like religion.
With the support of Azure, Kraft Heinz is creating a self-driving supply chain.
I feel like that shit can only really work
35%.
if like
So mealtime stays on time.
If not, we definitely
The Premier League is a global way of life. Azure unites 30
really
years
low
of history
chances.
into one experience. With personalized insights, the world's game just got more inclusive. Timeless brands never stop evolving. Azure helps Levi's craftsmanship stay ahead of the curve. Now agents connect expertise across departments, and jeans fit better, arrive sooner, and never go out of style. This is Azure, the next frontier of custom solutions. Ready to build the future?
Go ahead, Bronny, get your son. LeBron had 10 points. Nigga Byron don't learn. I don't know this nigga is still hurt.
You said Byron gonna run?
Mm-hmm.
Coach gonna run?
The fuck does coach need to learn?
Not to be a hater of the man.
Because they won one game?
You just said today before they played. The regular one. What did you say? But yeah, we don't have no answer.
Faith, y'all niggas are 7 and 15. You said you knew I was confident in the Mavs' abilities earlier today? The Mavs? Y'all are the second worst team in the West. I would bet against y'all again tomorrow. No, I won't. It's only one team. It's only one team worse than y'all right now. Basically, ass. That's fair. Fair point. I think that's fair. I don't need all of them. I just need some of them. Once y'all get some of those back, the next time y'all play. Double or nothing. Yeah.